Hello, Sandy. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Good to see you. I'm doing fantastic. Are you having a nice holiday season?
Yeah, we are. I
Mhm.
just went shopping with the daughter and granddaughter so they could get their each other's Christmas presents.
Oh, fun. Where do you guys go? Do you have good places there?
They just went to Target.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna grab my water real quick. I'll be right back. Right back. So how's everything been?
Very quiet, but I
Very.
am in contact with the lady over here that you put me in contact with,
Uh-huh.
and she had to cancel her meeting that she was having, which was kind of their Christmas party because she
Okay.
got COVID.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was still going around. I mean, I just haven't heard anything about it for a
It,
while.
well, I think it's just a really bad cold for most people.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
And then one of the people in her group, she had posted like, I need this product if anybody's got it, and I had it.
Nice.
So I said, yeah, I have it. Where are you at? She goes, I'm in Kaiser. And I go, so am I. And then when we shared addresses, we're like 2 blocks from each other.
Are you serious? Okay, so
Yeah.
is this the director? Is it Wendy Schubel?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, she's a cutie. And I think she has an offspring that's a really good friend of mine in Montana. So I
Hmm.
was like, I know who she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you were able to hook up with her. She's a little bit older,
Yeah.
and seasoned and very successful. And of course we'll all be up there together at Career Conference in March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus they have something going on January 4th, which I was asking Kelly about, like,
Oh, like a
this.
January jumpstart type thing?
Yeah, it's all the directors in Oregon are getting together, and their
Oh, consultants? Yeah,
consultants.
we've done that before. We don't have anything scheduled this time, but what April and I will be gone for leadership conference. Like I leave that next day. I think
Yeah.
it's two different waves. I don't know do you know what seminar affiliation she is in?
No, I do not.
Okay. Um, because I think they're putting two divisions together. Diamond and Ruby are together, and then
Yeah.
there's another group. So that
Yeah.
leadership conference, we're all together at once. And I leave, I think, on the 5th.
Right.
I think I leave
Yeah,
that.
so the deal they're doing is up in Lake Oswego, and it's on the 4th.
Oh,
So
wow, that's
she's like,
great.
"Please make sure to come," and I told her I would
Oh,
come.
that is fantastic. I mean, just even to connect with other consultants locally and, having a sisterhood and a tribe there for when we're
Yeah.
not doing things on Zoom here. Next week, I think we're going to do vision boards and kind of talk about breaking down goals and things like that for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Because
And
this is
I
kind of
think
the
when
time.
are they're meeting? Let me look really quick. Because they're meeting, I think their next time they're all coming together is actually the 4th, but I might be wrong.
Oh, okay. Is she doing meetings in person at all or just like the January
She
jumpstart type thing?
she goes back and forth between in-person and Zoom meetings.
Okay, yeah. I think that's what a lot of people are doing. Some are completely Zoom.
Yeah.
Um, but we've really enjoyed like we're trying to meet a little bit earlier, like at 6, so we can get the eating out of the way so that we can Zoom people in who want to sit
Right.
in. So
Right.
that's what we're doing next week. And so we're going to do our casual connection time and just
Right.
get a chance to connect with everybody. But lots of
I'm
lots of things going on. Like Rebecca just had her baby. My daughter-in-law,
Yeah.
they've been here and they're due actually in a month to have a
Right.
baby. She got to be here for the star night, which was really fun. So for this,
Cool, cool, cool.
oh, Cooper keeps walking back and forth. Hello,
Yeah,
April.
I'm looking to see when they're meeting
Yeah.
again.
Hello.
Hello.
Back in your home stomping grounds. Oh, you bet you're loving that, huh?
Hi,
Sandy
Sandy.
gone.
Hi.
I even got my pom-poms.
I know, I just went and found mine. That's why I'm a little bit late. I was like, oh, forgot my pom-poms.
Um, oh gosh, it's 6:30. Where is everybody? This is going to be some great training for recording too. So
Yeah.
there's Heidi.
Hey guys, I am just like still getting home, so I'm not even on my computer.
Are you feeling better?
A little bit. I feel like I'm
Huh.
still fighting something off, but like
Yeah.
my body's not letting me get sick because I knows I have so much to do.
Yes, I know. My daughter-in-law here, her son had that influenza, but it was 24 hours. He was really sick and then he got right through it. So you said you had some girls at work that had it.
Yes, and they're all feeling better today. So I think for me, I'm just a little ran down right now. I need to
Okay.
just regroup and get my bearings back together and I'll be just fine.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
glad to be on the meeting with you guys.
Me too. I missed, well, I didn't miss last week, but we had a really nice Christmas dinner. And then I'll be sending out the Christmas letter on email, Sandy, so you'll get our year-end pictures because you're in some of them.
Okay.
So.
Denise, what is your top? I want to see.
I know,
It
I
looks
was
so
looking at it
pretty.
too. It's so pretty.
Uh-uh.
No,
Wait, what is my top tonight?
No,
no,
your
your
top.
top, your top, your
Your
shirt.
shirt.
Oh, it's a cute, cute dress. Okay.
We got to see it.
Okay. It's a
Oh,
dress.
that's so cute.
Ow.
And
Yeah,
it looks so good with the jacket.
Yes.
no, it's long sleeves, so it'll be good for leadership. And so, but it kind of works. I mean, I love this jacket because everything goes with it. You know what I mean? Anything sort of pink.
Yeah. I'm
So,
wearing
I-
the big D shirt.
Big D. This is stretchy, so it'll be good for leadership because when it's kind of cold sometimes in the winter. And but at seminar, I won't want a long sleeve, but it's kind of that stretchy. It's very forgiving because it covers your situations.
I am so excited to get back in my pink jacket, just so you guys
I
know.
know. We are
I
too.
miss it.
And it looks so good on
Yeah.
you.
Thank
We
you.
too. Okay, well, we'll give it just a minute and then we're going to go ahead and jump in because I know that a lot of people are kind of getting ready for.
Christmas.
You guys, I have literally done nothing for Christmas. I ordered a bunch of stuff and some of it's being mailed still. And I'm like, that's it.
Wow.
That's as far as I got.
Are you mailing out gifts?
No, just like ordered them. I ordered them from websites because I would order in the middle of the night
Oh.
when I had free time because I don't have time to go shopping. And so I'm still waiting for that, but we're having our Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow night with my mom and we're doing like a white elephant gift exchange and games, but like I'm not prepared at all. So that's my day
You mean
tomorrow.
Christmas? You mean Christmas, right? Not
What?
Thanksgiving?
Yes, that's what I
Yeah.
meant to say. Our Christmas dinner.
I
That's
know,
where
and I
my
know.
brain's at.
I was talking, so Sam and Matt were here, my daughter-in-law, they just left and they're literally at the San Diego airport right now. They don't get home until 11:30 and Rebecca's got a bunch of company. I talked to her today. I was hoping Celeste would get on. Will you text her? Because I texted her and said, hey, well, the next thing I was going to talk with her about on our coaching call was what we're doing tonight. So maybe Heidi, you can reach her and say, Denise said, get on. If not, we'll send out the replay because the training tonight is going to be good for not just right now, but for this next couple of weeks to really get the year started off. So,
Okay, I
anyway,
just texted her.
okay. And then I don't know about Jen and Jill. I mean, I know a lot of people are kind of geared up for Christmas. So let's go ahead and jump in. So April, do you want to start with announcements?
I do. Hang on one second. I was going to text somebody to get on, but I will.
Oh, I know I am too.
I was like, I don't see Deb on. Usually she's on, and I'm thinking she probably
Right.
forgot too. Announcements didn't go out till a little bit late tonight. So, okay. So Zoom meeting tonight, some great training. Excited to hear what Denise has to share. And then next Monday, we will meet in person at the studio and do vision boards and potluck. Like
And
our
we're going to
casual
start at
connection.
6. I don't know if we put that in there, April. Sorry to butt in, but
It does say 6. I just
Perfect.
didn't read it.
Perfect.
So yes, 6 p.m. So we can eat first and then get everybody on Zoom at 6:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we
And
should-
then the end of the month and the end of this year is coming up so quickly. December 31st. It's going to be here next week. And then, of course, January 1st, Happy New Year. The 7th of January, we're going to be doing a Zoom training. And then the 14th, we're going to be in person at the studio at 6:30. And these are all at 6:30. And then also the spring PCP deadline is coming up already. January 17th is the deadline, but you can start adding people now. And then the 21st is a Tuesday, and we're going to do a Zoom training. And then the 28th will be in person for our casual connection. And then March 21st through the 22nd, mark your calendars. We're going to be, most of us, I think, are going to go to Portland, Oregon for career conference. So mark your calendars and start putting your pennies away for that. And then the Power Up Challenge this month is the cutest branded tote bag, Mary Kay tote bag. I got mine, but I haven't opened it yet. So I don't even have it out here to show you. Sorry. Remember, we have our Brighten Up New Faces Challenge that ends December 31st. That is 61 brand new people registered on your website and have ordered something. If you have questions, let us know. And the deadline for that is the 31st. We already got an email from the company for the Mary Kay National Area for consultants and directors for the top right now.
And there's not that many. I was really shocked on as far as like how many faces that they had on there. And
I know.
how we can see.
It reminded me that I needed to go add my people
Yep.
from the open house, my new
Yep.
people that came and ordered. I had to go in and add like 7 more people. So
Yeah.
I think it was 21 when I got done. But anyway, the month is not over yet.
Mhm.
And then let's see, make sure, just a quick reminder to do an end of the year inventory count. It does not have to be complicated. You can actually go into the ordering area on Mary Kay, print off just like a paper order form, like our old fashioned ones that we used to do, and then use that to go look at your inventory, write down your counts so that you have your cost of goods, what's on your shelf left. Anyway, it's not cost of goods, it's the other one. But anyway, make sure you do that. And you also do your end of the year mileage. And one of the things that I've done all along the way is go like get the oil changed in my car in December, or do something where you get a printout that shows your mileage too. So if you ever do get audited, you'll have that. It's not necessary, but it's just one more way that I like to verify that there's a documentation that my mileage that I put on there is close to what it was in December, to what my ending of the year is. You want to make sure your mileage, that you write down your mileage on your vehicle for the end of the year. So, and we're not there yet, but just make a note for yourself. And then we had a great mystery date night with our star consultants. And that was this last Friday night. And I don't know if we're going to share any more about it, but you're going to want to do the same thing for this next quarter so that you can attend the mystery night at the end of this new quarter. And I think that's everything on the announcements. Am I missing anything?
I don't think so.
I think that was
You want to
it.
go ahead and do recognition, and then I'll jump in, and then I'll
Sure.
take it away. I keep getting texts from everybody saying we've got family in town.
Right.
We're at this, we're at that. So anyway, we're
I
gonna
understand.
jump in and we'll get it recorded. It's a Monday too, so a lot of people forgot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I had one consultant who, she didn't turn her weekly accomplishment sheet in. She forgot, but she did have $100 week. So let's give it up to Elizabeth Loomis. She had a $100 week. She got a web order. I know that because we were talking about how to take care of that for her. And then Mary was a Power Up Achiever. Congratulations, Mary. And I was a Power Up Achiever, and the month is not over, and the Christmas sales are not over yet either. We still have another day, and there are many men out there trying to figure out what to buy their sweeties. So keep that in mind. And that is all I have to share so far. And congratulations to Mary for being one of the star consultants at our mystery date night on Friday night. I'm so excited that she got to come.
Me too. We had so much fun. Congratulations, Mary. And I know if she watches this back, and also Elizabeth, it was so great to see her at the Christmas dinner, and just a few faces that we hadn't seen in a while with Kiki and everybody coming together. You know, Christy Ty, she said she's about to retire, so she'll probably start doing a little bit more in Mary Kay and Mary Ann and the whole gang, MJ, just like everybody was there that's local, and it was pretty awesome. Oh, Celeste just texted. But I did want to do some recognition because we had a really big week when I was in Sandpoint, so I didn't get to recognize this. But in case she watches, well, this won't be on the playback. But congratulations to Kelly Moore. She had a $3,249 week, and that was the week of December 8th. So congratulations, Kelly Moore. and she is off to a good start. She's got a brand new team member, Kelly Dart. That same week had a $482 week, so consistent for her. And I know a lot of it was just reorders, but personal website orders was Kelly Moore and Kelly Dart. So then the next week, the week of December 15th, MJ Durant had a $110 week. So congratulations to MJ. And Kelly Dart had a $1,939 week. So big weeks, you guys, these $3,500 weeks. And these girls aren't like April and I, where they've been in the business a really long time. You know, some of this was follow up with, you know, Pink Friday and the week after and holiday sales. So congrats to Kelly. She was the queen for that week, almost $2,000 week. This was just the week before last. And of course, Kelly and Vanessa and Mary and my daughter-in-law, Sam, and Heidi, of course, and April and I, we had our quarterly awards, and we ended up not going and doing our mystery night. We ended up staying here and having some dinner, which that was already planned. And for just a series of reasons with timing and schedules and everything, we ended up not going out to the Winter Garden Aglow. But we so enjoyed having just some downtime and having a nice meal together and chatting and catching up. So it was really fun. So congrats to all of you. And we had several star consultants we had, I think, 4 or 5, one not in town, Karen Berkovage. And then we had also on our A team, Elizabeth Eisenman, Vanessa Brown. And then we also had Heidi, and Kelly Dart was the queen, and the entire Boise Valley for wholesale and retail. So congratulations for that. And then also for this last week, this is kind of fun. Jennifer Poole had a $78 week, and Ali Siegle had a $366 week, and that was on the go and reorder. So congrats to Ali. And, you know, she's still kind of hanging in there, working full time, and hoping to see more of her soon. Then Power Up Achievers for this last month, we had Karen Berkovage, Kelly Moore, and also Kelly Dart. So congratulations to all of you. And on target, oh wait, that's for this month, not last month. Newsletter just went out. Sorry about that, guys. We ended up getting it out just a little bit late. It should be in your mailbox anytime. But then also, so this is for December already, Karen, Kelly, and Kelly. And then I just finished mine. And then on target with 350 or more is Charlene Rader, Katie Mans, and Wendy Hartfelder. And I was just wanting to congratulate Katie Mans in addition, because she'll just call me randomly, had another $200 day, had another $400 day. She doesn't really turn in her accomplishments. She's one of my retired directors up in Coeur d'Alene, but I got to see her just real quick when I was up there. And she's kind of getting a little bit sparked. We used to always have her do sell the sizzle kinds of trainings and things like that, because she can sizzle the heck out of the product. So lots of really fun things. And you guys probably saw it on the Voxer, but congratulations to the Glamour Girls unit for this year. This actually started back in January of 2024 through November of 2024 is how they recognized it. Glamour Girls were #1 most improved in the state of Idaho. So, and granted, we still have December, and we're starting off to have a decent December too. So really getting some momentum, getting a few more people working. And after tonight's topic, hopefully a whole lot more are going to be working. So I think that is it. So I am going to jump into training. I'm going to pull something up. Hi, Celeste. We bugged you until she got on. All right. I'm going to pull up my notes because tonight is all about getting, okay. How many of you feel like you could use a fresh start?
Can I pause for 1 second, Denise?
Oh, sure.
You have the #1 unit in the whole state of Idaho.
No way.
That's what it says.
What?
Yeah, that's what it says. The thing you put in Voxer said it's #1 in the state, not most improved. So I just had to give a shout out
Denise,
to you.
it's both. It's both most improved and #1 in the state.
What?
Okay, there you go.
Yes.
We've never been #1 in the state.
I know.
I
That's
feel like
why
we
I had
need
to
to
pause
party.
and have you like back up for
You
1
didn't have
second
me.
because the Glamour Girls
I
are
never look at
#1.
that report. I never look at that report. Are you sure?
I'm going to
Usually
text
they
it
don't
to you.
say it because they don't want you to know before leadership conference.
Okay, I'm going to read it to you right now.
Okay.
Congratulations to you and your incredible unit for achieving the spectacular title of #1 unit in the
The
entire
entire
state.
state.
We are so proud of you.
Okay. I must
I
have
got goosebumps.
I must have misread it, but okay, that gets me a little bit fired up. Not
Right?
that I'm competitive with anybody else, but that is so exciting. And I know that there's been a lot of momentum this last 3 months, especially, and through the holiday months with just incredible holiday sales from all of you. So congratulations, because that's not me. That is all of us, all of the Glamour girls together. So congratulations. I'm gonna have to look that up. I never look at that report. I just assumed that it said #1 in the state or most improved. So I just assumed it was that.
No, I saw it as #1. That's why I had to interrupt you. I'm sorry to do that, but
Oh, okay.
the
Well,
Glamour girls need
either
to.
way, I'm extremely proud either way.
Yes.
Because most improved, it kind of goes from it goes from January through this. Well, they were doing the results as of November, but I think that's what gets recognized at leadership conference is why we got that. So now I'm surely going to check it out. Congratulations. We've got some momentum. Let's keep it going. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to do that even more so with training tonight. So I'm going to pull something up, and I'm not going to screen share, but I'm doing this because I actually typed my notes up because I had so much to share. And, we've had lots of different training, and Mary Kay has it on In Touch and stuff all about booking. But I wanted to take a little bit of different slant on it. But first I want to share, Mary Kay always said, booking is a lifeline of your business. If you're out of bookings, you're out of business. And from my perspective, this is actually the work that we do in Mary Kay. This is what we get paid for, is the booking, not the appointments. I think it's really fun and easy to hold appointments, but you got to have a lot of, pipeline of contacts to be able to get the appointments to, get in business and stay in business. And so we jokingly would say in Mary Kay, is your date book have snow blindness? And if there's nothing in there, if there's nothing booked, you're out of business. And when you think about like doctors and accountants and chiropractors and insurance agents, anybody out there who works by those kinds of appointments, if they don't have appointments, they have no business. It's the same in ours. Although we can make an incredible amount of money on reorders, which is super fun. But Mary Kay always said, let that be your retirement. Let that be your passive income. But to build a solid business, like a lot of us, have over time, it's about getting in front of faces. So it's the most important part of building a successful business. And you can do it a little bit or you can do it a lot. Everybody gets to set their own goal with that, but you want to master this skill and make it fun. It does not have to be hard. I love listening to the hotline and having Amber Town-Gian talk a lot about booking because she's got so many great ideas. But the great news is there's so many ways and vehicles that we can use to get appointments going, especially now. Like when I started back in the dark ages, pretty much it was in person. You booked from your parties or you started with your list, or you warm chat, or you'd get referrals and you'd make phone calls. That was it. Now we have so many additional ways to book with all the texting and social media platforms, messengers, DMs, things like that. We have many, many more ways to actually attract business and to get people to book with us, either in person or virtually. So get excited about booking and know your why. Consultants typically don't book just to book. Okay. Either they have a goal, maybe finishing a star consultant goal or a financial goal of a certain amount in sales, or as a new consultant, oftentimes, people will book because they want to finish that power start and get those practice faces in. But figure out like, what is your goal and how many bookings are going to help you reach your goal? Because in Mary Kay, we always say it's mathematical, not magical. So it really is the numbers. So raise your hand. Anyone want to have $1,000 weeks every single week? You ask? You do that by getting in front of 10 new people every week on average. Okay. Maybe you're going to sell more than $100 a face. Maybe it's going to be a little bit less, but if you've got 10 people in front of you, your averages are going to work out to about $1,000 a week. Okay. There are exceptions, if you're doing a group of teenagers, or sometimes bridal parties can be an exception because like they won something free. They're not really coming necessarily to buy product, but a lot of times, again, if you get 10 people in front of you, the numbers are in Mary Kay, you're going to sell about $1,000, and that's in new sales. We're not talking reorders. So again, don't just be counting on your reorders at this stage of the game. I mean, some of us have, but again, it's really nice passive income once you've built that customer base. But just a few little tips, and then we're going to actually go through a few little script ideas and also overcoming the objections that you might get, because we've probably been getting a lot wait till after the holidays, right? That's maybe more of a seasonal objection, but we get 4 or 5 main ones every time whenever we go to book. And so we're going to talk about how to overcome people's concerns. The first thing is, don't wait. There's no perfect time. There might be people who are busy like crazy, and there might be people who don't have a whole lot going on right now between the holiday days. Maybe they don't have local family. Maybe they don't have anybody in town. Maybe they're not traveling. We just make assumptions. And we always used to say there's never a perfect time. So book when you don't feel like it, even if you don't think that you're ready. Be a woman of integrity. And if you set a goal, then work those numbers. Get enough bookings to be able to hold them at appointments. The second thing is to really find time in your calendar. And I would say try to book within 2 to 3 weeks. The longer out you book it, the more likely it's going to reschedule. And I understand and I realize sometimes you'll get it on the books and it doesn't stay on the books, but you're going to want to at least double book the amount that you want to hold. And so we can talk about chicken booking in a minute. So if everybody holds, especially virtually, or if you're doing something at your home, you can book a party and a facial at the same time. So, but you're definitely going to want to book more than what you want to hold, because people do reschedule, things do come up. But I'm going to give you some magic words. Get your contact list together. I kind of gave everybody that challenge last week at our Christmas dinner to really start getting that together. Not that we're going to work from it particularly tonight, but having that list together, having the names of the people that you're going to call, even with their phone number right next to it. And, include referrals from parties, referrals from customers, maybe somebody that jumped on your website or social media that you never did get a hold of, people that you tried to book and they fell off the list. Have the list together and have it handy where everything's in one spot on one piece of paper. I'm not going to get so much into tonight, coming up with that contact list, but I think you guys have all seen it. If you haven't, it's on our Facebook page, the 60 names in 6 minutes. And it's basically coming up with 6 names in 10 different categories. For instance, it could be friends, family, neighbors, coworkers, children's friends, parents, extended family, husbands, coworkers, social media contacts is a really big one, but just coming up with several different names in each of those categories. And I bet you will have 60 names in a very short amount of time. And so just, I always encourage people, don't just work from one contact base, work in different circles of networking, extend out from the people that you've been talking to, but then go back to the ones you haven't actually gotten in front of you. The other thing, number 4, would be to decide your hostess plan. Just know in advance what you want to give. It needs to be something that you are passionate about and excited about. And, for a long time, it was like we would do $5, for every person there, that's $25. Back when I started, 36 years ago, that was a decent amount to get $25 in free product. Now, most people would go, it isn't worth the bother, right? So $100 for free when you party with me, or $200 free when you party with me, whatever's going to get you excited is going to get them excited. So you get passionate about it, get excited about it. Sometimes I'm hearing this a lot now in today's market, where people just say, you get, as long as you have 3 or more women in attendance, you get 50% off all the products of your choice. After, some people do it based on the percentage of the sales. Okay, there's no one right hostess plan. Use one that's going to get you excited. A lot of times they're going to be working for a free product, right? We used to have hostess gifts, but now it's free product. Okay, then the next thing, number 5, is set a time aside each day. It could be 10 minutes, it could be 20 minutes, it could be 5 to 10 calls is going to get you 2 bookings with one that holds. If you make 10 calls, you get 2 bookings, 1 will hold. If you make 10 calls a day, nowadays, you're not going to get a hold of everybody. It doesn't take that long to get, 10 calls in or 10 texts in. So then make those calls no matter how you feel. Because if you got a booking a day, even 6 days a week, that's about 24 bookings a month. Even if you only held half of those, that's probably double what most of you are holding right now. So regardless of the result, take action. Just be committed to what you're going to put in put it, you control the effort, let God control the results. Oftentimes you're going to find that booking an appointment, you're going to get excited once you get the yes, and you're going to want to keep on going. So sometimes it just takes a few to get to that yes, but be committed to how many people that you want to see every single week or every single month. Make it a non-negotiable. I don't care if it's one new person a week. Your goal has to be your goal. Number 6, set a booking goal every week. Buy by Friday is something I used to do all the time. We've heard it lots of times on the hotline. Pretty much before you finish your Mary Kay week on Friday, make sure you have 5 things booked for that following week. Because here's what happens. If you have one thing booked in the next 2 weeks and it falls apart, you fall apart. So work those numbers, which is number 7. When I started, it was recommended. We didn't really have perfect start, power start. We had book 8 to hold 5 in the next 2 weeks. That was basically our perfect start training program to get in front of those 15 people in that 2-week time period. Nowadays, again, you definitely need to double book and coach those appointments to hold them. So know what your averages are and work those numbers. Again, mathematical, not magical. You can also chicken book, which I mentioned before. It's where maybe you've got a party book, maybe you have somebody interested in the business, and you bring the facial and the person that is a prospect for the business, and you bring them along to the party. I'll tell you what, a hostess is never going to be bummed out if you say, can I bring an extra person, and you can get the hostess credit for whatever she buys. So she would get maybe a little extra for having that other person there if you're doing the percentage. Again, that way, if everybody holds, that's great. If everybody doesn't hold, you still have something on your books. If nothing holds, and sometimes that used to happen, and I would have like every other Thursday night that I would work in addition to my meeting, and once a month on Saturday. That's how I built my whole business, and some in the day. But if nothing held, I took that 2 hours or whatever time would be, it would take me to do that party. And I made sure that I spent that time following up with customers, getting orders. And I would usually get as much sales as I would if I'd held a party. But either way, if you're following up, if you're booking, if you're following up on prospects, you're using the time that you set aside to work. Number 8, be convinced that you're a master booker. Okay. Control what's going on in your mind. Again, what are you thinking about right before you pick up that phone to call or text somebody? So you can, I gave everybody a whole bunch of booking affirmations at the retreat, but affirm to yourself, I am a master booker in Mary Kay. I'm the best booker. People love to book with me. I inspire women to book with me every day. People who have influence in the world control their mind. And that is really what it's about in this business. If you're thinking, she's probably going to say no, and she's probably going to be too busy, and this and that, and blah, 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 then actually you're going to attract that kind of a result. And I can't tell you how many times I'm like, oh, I'm exhausted. I don't know if I really want to hold this party. Sometimes, we don't think that we have that power, but the power of attraction is strong, and it is the law in this world that we live in. And so if you're not in vibrational alignment, then you're not going to attract what it is that you want. You're going to be attracting what you feel. So get your mind right, get your emotions right, get excited about what you're doing. Give yourself a challenge that will get you excited above and beyond just getting a booking a week. Okay. Number 9, and this was something that I loved. I heard it from Waverly. Be willing to not care about what people think. That is the number one thing that gets in our way, is we get too concerned about, are they going to think I'm bugging them? What are they going to be thinking of? Are they going to think I'm desperate? Are they going to think that I'm too pushy? All of those things. Well, none of those things are true if you're even thinking about it. So be willing not to care what people think. They're not paying your bills, right? It's not their dream. It's your dream. Number 10, consistently get new names. Meet people everywhere you go, or warm chat. That's really mostly what I do, referral and warm chat now. And when I do hold appointments, I try to book from there, but I usually end up recruiting the person, and then she gets the whole gang. So, but just warm chat means just get conversational, just get friendly when you're out and about with people. And then I recommend, if you do meet somebody, I just met somebody recently at this thing I went to on Friday. And then my mother, or my daughter-in-law's mother, actually came up to me at this baby shower and said, I think I want to do a Mary Kay party. She goes, I used to use Mary Kay, and Trinity and I want to get together, each of us a few people, because we want to see what's new. And there are people out there loyal to the brand that just don't have a current consultant. And so that's really a lot of my stuff is just passively on the go, warm chat, conversational, referral, that kind of thing. But one of the things that I do recommend, reach out immediately. When you've met somebody, I will always like follow up with the text. Courtney was the gal that I met Friday. It was so, so awesome to meet you. I am so excited to get to know you better and to get a time where we can get together and do a little pampering. And so I just immediately, if you brought up the topic of Mary Kay, follow up right away so they remember who you are, first of all, and then remember that it's on your radar. And, maybe you don't right now, I'm not going to try to book anybody today or tomorrow, for instance, but it's on the radar. And so I said I'm going to get a hold of you at the end of the week and we'll get something on the books. People are most excited to book right after you've had a chat with them. So do it immediately after you've talked to them. Either book them immediately, and I'm going to give you some words and things like that too. But at least follow up immediately when you've met somebody out and about or at a booth or at a party or whatever. Number 11, smile when you're making phone calls. We used to put a mirror in front of ourselves. And I know a lot of people don't like to look at themselves on Zoom, but putting a mirror in front of you, they can hear the smile. They can, if you're not on a Zoom or whatever, if you're on a phone call, they can hear your smile. They can hear your frown too. So get your energy up, put a smile on your face. And number 12, be energetic. You can walk around and be a little animated, be authentic, don't be fake. But sitting at your desk is not as energy given as walking around. Number 13, be casual, not too formal, but you also want to be professional, right, in your words. So you don't want to be too formal, like, hello, may I please speak with blah, 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 please, is too formal. So you want to be casual with the person, depending on what your relationship is with them, and know what you're going to say. I always used to write next to their name, like if I wanted to get them to a guest night, I'd write that down. If we never did get together to do her follow-up, to do her color, I would write that down. If I'm wanting to ask her about a wish list or that she may have, or holiday gift giving, I might write that next to the name. So whatever it is, write down the reasons for calling so you have at least 2 or 3 different options. Kathy Halou always taught us that. As she said, after the second or third, they're going to want to do business with you because you're persistently positive. That was the word I used to always get. Not pushy, but persistently positive. And then finally, keep it simple and have fun. Remember, you have something amazing to offer. You know that. They don't always know that, but you know that what we offer is so much fun. And if you have been in the business for a minute, you know that like when you get together, it is so much fun to make somebody look pretty, feel good. Post those pictures on Voxer. It's always fun. I always ask them if it's okay if we do it with our group, because it's private. Okay, so text booking is really more of a modern way that a lot of people are doing it. Anything electronic, computers, cell phones, through social media, Instagram, Facebook, things like that. There's also, if you had a large batch of names, there are actually texting services like Scipio that can reach large amounts of people with a common message. But again, you want to keep it as personal as you can, with the people that you're reaching out to. But sometimes if somebody was at a booth with you or it's a bridal lead or something, maybe you're going to have kind of a common message that can go to everybody. I feel like a lot more people will respond to a text before they will a phone call nowadays, even if they're working. So text booking, just a few little tips on that. Again, don't let them get too lengthy. Most people don't have to pay extra for texting. A lot of the phone plans now are, unlimited talk, text, data, all that. But, you would want to not get too lengthy either way, or they won't read the whole thing. I'm kind of guilty of that sometimes because I voice text. Make sure you go back and look at your voice texts. Note to self. Another thing, don't send more than a couple of texts. Once they've gotten 1 or 2, then you may switch to a phone call. I like to start with a phone call and follow up with a text. Or sorry, I like to do the other way around. I text them and then I make a phone call. I just sent you a text with the information that, that we had talked about. Keep your wording, again, professional. If the phone call didn't work, then you can send a couple of text messages, but you don't want to send too many text messages or they're going to think that there's a name for that. Is it phishing? I don't remember the name. And remember, 9 to 9 is people time. So after 9 in the morning, before 9 at night, and I usually stop at 8 at night. A lot of people, especially when it gets all dark out, people go to bed earlier. But you people might not be happy if you start reaching out to them after 9, even with the text. Like I have mine silenced at night, but not everybody does. So, try to keep it 9 to 8 or 9 to 9. A lot of people say they like to receive text because they can't answer their phone at work and that kind of thing. But maybe if they have their phone and even in their car, they can voice text. So regarding texting and messaging and email or calling people, it's always best to respond to them in the way that they prefer. And on the profile card, if people come to your party, they've actually put their preference of how they want you to communicate with them. So just ask people, even when you meet them, how do you prefer to be contacted? Do you prefer a phone call or a text? Most of the younger generation is going to much more prefer a text over a phone call because they won't answer the phone call. They won't even open their voicemails half the time. So I want to talk next. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. I want to talk next just about some booking scripts. Okay, so let me get you guys back up here. All right. So one of the things, this first text would be more for like a new consultant. Change this view for the purpose of recording. Okay. All right. So the first one is, hey, Sally, I just started training for my new Mary Kay skincare business, and part of my training is to practice teaching people about the products. Would you mind being adventurous and letting me borrow your face to practice on? I literally have no idea what I'm doing yet, and I would feel better practicing with someone that I trust and someone that I know. And I know that you're not going to judge me if I mess up. Could I count on you for your help with this? Okay, so that's not the exact script that we do for Power Start, but it's something that you can use when you are new. Sometimes people will do a business debut before they attempt to do a Power Start. So that would be a really, really great way to communicate with people, letting them know. And I'm going to actually let Heidi know where this is so that we can actually post it up on our Inspired Area website. So another one, friends, family, customers. Okay, hi Susie, how are you? I just got my new spring products, or right now we'd say our new winter products, and I need a few guinea pigs to give feedback on them so I can determine what I want to stock. I thought that I'd ask you if you want to be my guinea pig. So that could be, you could text that, you could make a phone call for that, whatever. And one of the things that I used to do too is, Ann Gossie taught me this, my senior director, she would take her top 20 people and she would get permission, but she would send them out everything that was new. And then they would try the product. She said, try it for 2 weeks. If you love it, you can buy it at a discount for being my test panel. And if not, you can exchange it for something else. And then she would do a return with the company, which hardly ever happens. Possession is 9/10 of the law. So she would literally send out, I remember when we had hair care and nail care and all these things, anytime something new came out, she would pick her top 20 people. And so you could actually just get permission for them to get that in their hands, or, if there's something for sure that they want that they see in the catalog, great. But we get our products a little bit early. You can invite them to our product previews, which most of the time we're doing in person now. Or you can get in front of them, or you can get in front of their friends and family and say, everybody gets, you can do 10%. Most people who model things, having done some of that for about 20 years, you get a discount on anything that you modeled. And so most clothing stores will do that. So I do that too for my customers if they're part of my guinea pig test panel. So then referrals. Hi, Susie Q. This is Denise with Mary Kay. And I don't think that we've met, but you were gifted, but so-and-so was gifted with 10 $25 gift cards that include a pampering session, and she wanted one of them to go to you. Should I text or call you with the details? P.S. I'm sending you a cute little selfie of Susie so that you know that I'm a real person and not a robot or a telemarketer. Oh, actually, you'd be sending a picture of yourself is the way that you would do that. So if you want to use that message on a voicemail, you could leave the PS part out. But you could say, I'm going to send you a photo. If you have her phone number, you could text it to her. So I thought that was kind of a fun idea. One of the things that I did this 2 or 3 times when I was building my business because I didn't really know a lot of people here. To double your customer base overnight, is to call all the customers that you have gotten in front of, all the people that I did my Perfect Empower Start with. And then I would say, who can you think of? We build our business through word of mouth and referral. And who can you think of right off the top of your head that might enjoy some pampering? And I'll give you a free gift for anyone who decides to book. And so they're going to give you 2 or 3 people. Usually it's their bestie or their, closest family member, that kind of thing. You could even turn that into a party. I'll tell you what, if you invite all of them together, I'll give you such and such and free product. So there's so many different variations of how that you could do that. But we called it the gift of friendship, And so then I would call the person that she gave me her name and I would say, all right, Nancy, or hi, so-and-so, this is Denise with Mary Kay, and your friend Nancy has given you the gift of friendship. And what that is that is a complimentary facial makeover with a gift certificate for whatever you fill in the gap, $25 in free product or whatever to get her in front of you. And of course, it'll cost you half of that. And she really just felt like you needed some pampering because she nominated you. Sorry, that was the word that we used. She nominated you because you're a really busy person, or you're a new mom, or she thought you could really use some girlfriend time or some pampering or a refresher on your skincare or whatever that was. So I would kind of get the specifics from the person about that person, so I would know what to say to them to get them booked. And you could even say, Nancy's coming with you too, so you guys can enjoy a little bit of time together. There's another one here called Glow and Tell. And again, I'll get you these ideas. Hi, Nancy. This is Denise with Mary Kay, and I'm really excited about a fun challenge that I'm doing called Glow and Tell. I'm looking for 21 girls who will try one of my skincare sets for 21 days. Does that sound interesting? And sorry, I lost my place. Let's see. Would you like to be one of my 21? Let me know if you want more details on all of the perks. And this is a great script that you can use with current customers, whether they're already using the skincare or not. And I was thinking a really good one to do that with is the wrinkle limiter. And again, you could do test panel, but you could also just, you can take this for holiday looks. You can take this for new colors, seasonal colors that have come out. You can do it for whatever that you want and make your own little, before and after out of it, makeover contest or whatever. Okay, lead boxes. Does anybody work leads from lead boxes at all? Facial frames, things like that. I'm going to give you just kind of a couple recommendations on this. Hi, so-and-so, this is Denise, and your name was entered into my drawing box at Jiffy Lube, and you won a free pampering session. Your package includes a pampering session with me and a Mary Kay swag bag with some free product. I'm excited to meet you. I have a few questions for our appointment, but first I want to confirm that I have the right person. So the second text you would send if they respond, awesome, I just have a few questions for your appointment. How would you describe your skin type? So you find out if she's dry, normal, combination, oily. Would daytime or evening appointment be better for you? And then, or you could say, would the beginning of the week or end of the week be better for you? And also make sure that she's over the age of 18. And do you already work with another Mary Kay consultant? I always like to add that in there. And then the third text after she responds, great, here's a couple of openings that I have available. Would this work or this work better? If she's not 18, tell her it's not a problem. She would just need to have somebody over 18 join her for her appointment, like maybe a mom or an older sister or something like that. So those are just some kind of fun script ideas. That would be one for a lead box, that last one. But again, my suggestion, once you get that list, that contact list together, maybe you're following up. Maybe you still haven't followed up with her with the new winter products. Maybe she doesn't know yet. Maybe you haven't called your PCP list about the new wrinkle limiter. I still have people buying amethyst and the copper eyeliner and the satin hands. I'm hoping they don't run out of that. I think they still have it. Okay. So any questions? I know I'm rambling and talking really, really fast, but I want to kind of, before I go into the next thing, I want to kind of see what questions you guys have. Anyone? Okay. I'm going to look in the chat real quick. Oh, just people saying hi. Okay, so this one right here. So once somebody has responded, yes, whether it's a facial, a party, whatever. So great. Does during the week or weekend work better? We were always taught give 2 options, daytime or evening, in the week or the weekend, first part of the week, last part of the week, Tuesday or Thursday. If they say evening, do you want 6 or 6:30? Like, you give 2 choices, always give the one you want first. Okay. Oh, the other one, I would say my house or yours. And I did have a dining room that I kind of worked out of that one night a week. And I would constantly combine different people together because I just had that one night every other Thursday night that I would work. And so I would give them that option to come to my house or during the day. And a lot of people loved coming to my house during the day. Then they just didn't have to think about it. I had everything right there. A lot of you enjoy that anyway. So you offer the 2 choices at one time instead of, well, when do you want to get together? You say this or this, and then you narrow it down. Okay, this time or this time, my house or yours, or however you want to do it. Do you want to do this in person or virtually would be another option today. So after you get the date and time, there's some things that I don't go through the entire profile card asking questions that are on there, but the ones that I like to ask is, what's your experience with Mary Kay? Have you ever tried it before? What are you currently using for skincare? What's your skin type? I want to know, are they dry, normal, combination to oily? And you probably are going to know her age. If not, you could say, are you over or under 50? Keep it real simple. Unless you know that she's young, then you can try the new Mary Kay skincare line on her. But this is just such a magical one. What would you want to change about your skin? If you could change anything about your skin, what would it be? Fine lines, dark circles, uneven skin tone, pores, blemishes. Find out, like, what is her hot button? If you're talking to somebody one-on-one, then you can say, I can do 5 or 6 people at a time, or 10 or 20 people at a time on Zoom. It's just as easy for me to do a group as it is to do just yourself. Can you think of some girlfriends that might want to join you? Most people like to do things together. Because again, the answer is no if you don't ask, right? So if she says, yes, awesome, then you're going to say, awesome, this is going to help me get to my 30 faces done really quickly this month. How about I check in with you tomorrow afternoon? You can let me know who all is coming. And then you're going to get a hold of those people, text them to find out those questions about their skin. If she says no, this is when you can really chicken book. You can hold the appointment on the day that she picked and start adding other women if she doesn't want to have a party. I don't mind. I mean, some people are like, never, never, never hold a one-on-one facial. I sometimes enjoy that if it's somebody I'm really looking forward to, getting together with. Some people don't have a lot of time, but I enjoy one-on-one because oftentimes I can sell more product and then turn it into a party. So especially if she's wanting to know more about the business, then I would turn those people from the party over to her. That was magically how I built really, really, really fast, is I would hold about 3 parties a week. When I got serious about earning my car and become a director, I would literally hold the party. Sometimes it would start with a facial. I didn't push back on that too hard initially, especially if I didn't know her very well. And then I would do the follow-up, and I would actually go early, do her skincare and makeup. That's the first party I went to. That's how it worked. The gal that actually tricked me into going to her party had her face all done, and I wanted that. So I got together again with Connie Berta 2 weeks later to get my color because I wanted that. And I was not even thinking about the business. But if somebody is, she can be your hostess. She can invite those friends. That can be her first party. Some people don't want to give up those sales, but if I were in her shoes, I would want that. So I've always done that, and I built really, really fast, recruiting people instead of just doing hostesses, if that makes sense for you guys. Let's see. All right, so those are some things. Now I want to talk about objections. Like, what are some of the objections that you guys get? And I'll see if I have it on my list. If not, I'll help you with what I would do. This
Time
is
and
Yeah,
money are the 2 main ones.
Yep. Money, money, money.
money. Okay. What was the other one, April? I'm sorry.
Time and money.
Time and money. Yeah, I don't have time and I don't have money. Okay. The money thing isn't on here, but I'm going to tell you that's great because you can earn free product by getting a few friends together. What would excite you about getting 5 or 6 people together? Could you get excited about earning $100 in free product or 50% off every product of your choice? Which appeals to you more? Do you like that? Have you guys tried that?
Yes, sorry, I was muted.
Feedback, feedback time. You know, if she doesn't have the money, great. You can earn product for free or at 50% off. Which appeals to you more?
I love it.
Anything else? Anything else on money? You know, and I don't jump right in, oh, you could become a consultant and you can get it at 50% off. I'm like, let's get her to be a hostess because she sees the beauty of the process. Okay, I'm gonna look here. There's some messages here. I have one in particular has said no friends to invite. Okay, we're gonna cover that one. All right. All right, so I'm gonna cover that. I don't have time. And I think that really is probably the number one thing that I get. And I get it, you know, everybody is busy. And then, so, you know, you could say, you know, I understand, Sandy, you know, I am a really busy person too. So I can totally appreciate that. The nice thing is I can cater to your hectic schedule. I can come to you. It only takes about an hour and I can save you an enormous amount of time. You'll never need to go to the mall again for your cosmetics. I teach skincare and color cosmetic makeup application techniques and would enjoy pampering you. Does that seem like something that you would enjoy? And the other thing, if I don't have time, I'm too busy. Again, this is really where the virtual option comes in too, is do you think that you could sneak away? You know, maybe they have little kids, maybe they have to come home, feed their family after working all day or whatever. You know, Sandy, could you sneak away for an hour and we could get on a Zoom together? And that kind of overcomes the friend thing too, or family. If they don't have friends and family in town, I would say Facebook Live or Zoom is a popular option because, you know, especially if they're not, and they haven't lived in the town for very long. Yes, I've got that one before, Sandy. Okay. Let me see. No friends to invite. Oh, okay. So Heidi was responding. Thanks, Heidi. Okay. So what about my house isn't nice enough, or I don't have a big enough space, or I don't have a big dining room table, whatever. Well, that's great because I would love to have you come to my home or my studio. And that way you wouldn't have to worry about cleaning up afterwards. It's easier for me because I'll have everything I need right there. Or, well, that's okay. All we really need is a table. The only people that are going to be coming are friends of yours anyway. And they're coming to see the products. So which is better for you? Would you like to do your house or come to my house or my studio or whatever? So I don't really get that one so much now. My house isn't nice enough, but sometimes it's not big enough, or you know, my table's not big enough, or that kind of thing. So I think that's a great one, but I don't know anybody to invite. Okay, I can appreciate that. I didn't know, and this is very true for me. I didn't really know that many people before I started Mary Kay either. So how about somebody that you work with? Have you met all your neighbors, you know, on both sides? How about you invite them and they each bring a friend, you know? Or it's a great way to get to know each other. Which is better for you, end of the week or beginning of the week? So again, there's not an objection that can't be overcome unless she just has no interest. Really and truly. I don't do parties. Okay. What if she says that? That's good because I don't either. I hold private appointments in my home or yours. When would be a good time for you, this week or next? Then you can casually invite her to share maybe with a friend or two. If she says, I don't really want to host a party, that's fine. Get together with her individually and ask her if you do want to book some other people, ask her permission to invite some other people to that same time slot. Or do one-on-one with her and build some trust with her first. I promise you, when you get together with people and you get in front of them and they try the product, people fall in love with the way that it feels. We don't have to sell a thing. So this is one that we used to get all the time. I need to check with my friends. Okay. You know, what would be a good day? I can appreciate that. However, why don't we go ahead and schedule them on our calendar, and then you can let your friends know. And if we have to change the date later, we can. Keep in mind, it'll be tough to get a time that's going to work for everybody that can join. So let's find a time that works well for you and me. And you can give me a call the next 24 hours. And if it doesn't work, we can pick another day. Does that sound okay? again, which is better for you this and beginning or the end of the week. We call that the tentative date approach. And I did that a lot of times. And then I would coach it just like it was a commitment. And most of the time it would just be just fine. It's kind of the same, like when somebody holds a party, they don't go and call everybody, like if they're having a birthday party or a Christmas party or something in their home or whatever, they don't call around and ask everybody when would be a good time for them to hold that party. They hold the party, they invite people, whoever can come can come. Okay, this is good. And I don't, again, I don't get this as much, but sometimes I wouldn't want to waste your time. I already use brand X. Great, you obviously appreciate good skincare and cosmetics. It would be fun for me to treat you and get your feedback as to how Mary Kay compares with what you're currently using. Keep in mind, there's no obligation to purchase anything, and you can have a color item at half price just for giving me your opinion. You could do a lip gloss or whatever. I just get credit for treating people to makeovers, and you may enjoy learning some of the new cosmetic tips. What's better for you, Tuesday or Thursday? What about this? We don't get this nowadays nearly as much, but we got it a lot way back in the day because we had extra emollient everything. We had one skincare line, and I remember it broke me out. So, oh, I'm so sorry that you had that experience. May I ask you, how long has it been? And you can explain that the products have changed and there's many, many different skincare lines and options for different skin types. And may I ask you, what do you mean by broken out? Was it blemishes or more of a rash? Itchy bumps? Because we've learned from our consultant. This is a side note. This isn't what I would say to her, but we've learned from our consultant in medical relations, very few people are truly allergic to our product. Once in a great while, you're going to get somebody that's extremely sensitive, but there's probably something in our line that she can use. But I want to find out, did you break out? Because sometimes too, there's, as you're deep cleaning your skin, sometimes there's a 2-week period where people might, as they're using good skincare, their skin's adjusting to the formula and they may break out at first as those impurities are coming to the surface. So I would love to introduce you to our product and get your opinion. So again, there's really nothing that cannot be overcome unless they just don't want to do it. Okay. And I mean, once in a while, I'll come across somebody, they're like, nope, I just want to order from you. I already know what I like. Send me a catalog or something like that. Or, invite me to one of your guest nights or events or something like that. And so I add everybody to my preferred customer program. When they're a new customer, even if they don't want to book and get together. And then I will, has anybody ever had somebody that like you've been trying for months to get them back on the books and you schedule it and then you never get it back on the books and, they kind of fell through the cracks? Okay. And, maybe sincerely, they really do want to get together. Life is just lifing on them. And so if she says, I've got this going on and that going on and whatever, I said, okay, Sandy, I completely understand, timing is everything. So could I have permission to get back to you? And let's just say a few weeks from now, like what would be a good time for me to follow up? And I get a kind of permission from her of when I can call her back and when I can, follow back up with her. And I do a lot of texting with people because I do find that most people are much more responsive to that. But I would say women older than my generation, sometimes they prefer a phone call, and a voice message. And I kind of know my customers, which way to communicate with them. But I would say, if they're 50 and under, likely they're going to be pretty savvy and be totally more responsive if you're texting them, because it's just a quick way to get back to people.
It's funny that you say that because I actually have one that we have booked probably 3 parties. Like she's got a friend who already said she wants to come to a party. So she's already got like 2 people. I think she's got 2 people because she's got a friend and then the friend it's her mother or something like that. I don't know. So there's 3 of them all together. And we have actually booked like 3 parties and we've had to cancel them.
Yeah.
Either like one of them I had to cancel and then 2 of them she's had to cancel. And now we even had one booked at the beginning of December and then she had to cancel. And I'm like, I'm just going to wait until the holidays get over because I know what she's going to, it's too late now. So I'm just like, I'm going to hit her again once we get through January 1st. And I'm going to say, okay, it's time to book that party you keep promising we're going to have.
There we go. There we go. You're on it. You know what I love about you, Sandy? You're not a giver upper.
Oh,
You're
no, I'm
you're
gonna,
positively
oh,
persistent.
yeah. No, I'm gonna be persistent with her because you know what? She used to be a Mary Kay consultant
Okay. Okay.
years ago, and she loves the products.
Mhm.
But, yeah, I just, and she's got 5 kids, and that's the issue is she's got, 5 kids, and she's busy, 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 but she's like, "I'm too busy to get back into it, but I love the products." I'm like, "No, you're not too busy. We're gonna work together."
Okay, that was how I was too. And you guys, you remember, gosh, it was on the hotline. I think it was Kristen Sharp. And she was talking about 90 some national sales directors came out of this one party that rescheduled 3 times. 97, not just directors, national sales directors out of like 200 of them came from this one party. I remember hearing a similar thing from Nancy Tejan, where she was the one that packed shotgun shells on an assembly line. It was a Mrs. Johnson. I think that's a different one too, but they went down the line and they talked about all the people that came from that. And you know what I think about, there's 2 or 3 people that are still in my unit today. Nina Chambers was one of them, Chrissy Tice, that I just kept layering them, layering them, layering them. And they both have been in for 20, maybe 25 plus years, but it took me several years to get them interested in the business, and both became highly successful in the business when they were working the business and are still consultants today. So, yeah, I never give up. And I've had a lot of people say that, and nobody's really mad at me about it. Like, I don't really have anybody get upset at me for being positive. If anything, it's like if you're passionate about what you're doing and you follow up, they look at you as a professional and a woman of your word for following up. And I used to be a lot better at it now. Now I put stuff literally in my date book so that I don't let things slip through the cracks, because sometimes you've got list after list after list. But work from a contact list, I just got back to that again, of a main contact list where names and phone numbers are there. And there are so many sophisticated tickler systems and things out there. If you're using your My Customer Mary Kay in Touch, you can actually send yourself alerts of things to do. I personally, the more complicated it is, the more detailed it is, even in some of the fancy planners and date books, the less likely I'm going to stay on top of it. So I'm doing the notebook thing. Kristen Sharp talked about it not too long ago, and that's always worked really well for me. Like Mary Kay called it stupid simple, keep it simple, sweetie. And so I have just literally a little notebook. I don't even do it in my date book anymore. My contact list is separate. And then, once you get a bunch of people crossed out, you can kind of move it forward. You can move them to the next month. But in my date book, what I do is I put the name and the phone number of, or at least the name, because usually there are phone numbers in my phone, of people that I need to follow up with. So, but today's, topic is more about really getting yourself booked up. Because again, if you're out of bookings, you're out of business, and everything that you could ever want from the business is going to come from getting in front of faces and the immediate income. Yes, we know there's phenomenal, incredible reorders in our business. Even with a small amount of customers, our product line has grown from 100 products when I started to over 300 products now. So we have so many more things to be able to offer to people, and our price point, I hate going back to the old days, but our whole basic skincare set, and we had 2 formulas. We had 1 skincare set and 2 formulas. That was all we had. Now we have like 6 or 7 skincare sets in different formulas. It was $56. We have individual products that are $100 now. So I'm just saying, and I maintain star consultant status quarter in, quarter out, by a minimal amount of effort, but I was getting in front of a lot of new people. And again, if you really want to build, faster is easier because you're excited, you're having fun, you're not rusty in between your parties. Faster is easier when it's building customers, building team, or both. Okay. What other questions, comments? I'm hoping that this has been helpful for you guys. Let's see, there's one new one. All right. Anybody else? How are we doing? Oh,
Great training, Denise.
thank you. I got myself all excited about booking. because you guys, it is fun. What's really fun is getting in front of people, getting together in front of people. And we'll be doing some planning about, what kind of events we want coming into the new year. Cause I think it's time to kind of get some stuff going again as a group. All right. Well, I do have a little inspirational close for you guys. Okay, let's see here. I made a copy of it in my phone. I like this. Kind of goes with what we said. There are 3 rules. Number 1, if you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. Number 2, if you don't ask, the answer will always be no. And number 3, if you don't step forward, you'll stay in the same place. They all seem pretty obvious, but in Mary Kay, I heard this one time, like, for people who are nurses or doctors or, in a profession like that, nobody ever died or got sick because you gave them the wrong formula or the wrong color of skincare, right? What we do is fun. And right now, people need fun. They need levity. They need hope. And they need sisterhood. I can't tell you how many, those of you who were there know, but how many people got up at our Christmas party, even the ones that have been in Mary Kay, the lifers that just do what they do and show up here and there, that said it's all about the sisterhood. And even just sitting in around my dining room table the other night, not even doing anything. It's just sharing stories and laughing and just having each other's back, just sharing, all the funny things that are going on and not easy things that are going on in life. People really need community. They need hope. They need fun, and they need levity. And again, a lot of people need money too right now. And this is a great way to make money. Look at the weeks people have been having. It's so darn exciting. It never gets old, even after 36 years, getting those great big orders or getting new customers or meeting new people and getting in front of new people and introducing them to our product line. And I'm doing a lot here because I have clients in my energy business come, and I don't really try to separate it. I allow it. And if anybody says anything about my skin, Mary Kay all the way. So, be your best customer wherever you are. If you're out and about, even if I had a hat on yesterday and I went to the store, my face was on, So just get out there and be the shiny, happy person that people want to be around, because when you sell yourself, people do business with you, not even just because of Mary Kay. A lot of people that don't know the product line, they do business with you because they like you. So be the best version of yourself. And have a wonderful, fantastic Christmas, everybody. And I hope to see locals together in person. And Sandy, we will Zoom it too, because we're going to talk about kind of vision board and 6 months goals. Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you so much, Denise. That was amazing.
Love
Merry
you all.
Christmas.
Congratulations. Congratulations being number 1.
Oh, thank you. I got to go check that out now.
I love you guys. Merry Christmas.
Yay. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.